Hello, my name is Minzy, and I ain't fucking vaping this shit. But let me tell you what I kind of did when Neto scored his hat trick and the fourth goal against Hull. Did a little bit of a boogie like this. I went like that, and then 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 I did 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 that. Then I slapped it, then I slapped it, then I got the fishing rod and put it down. Because why not? We'll have a little boogie session against Hull City away, because that's how comfortable we were in that FA Cup fourth round tie. The only thing that's not comfortable is my respiratory system, so apologies for coughing intermittently. I don't know what on earth's wrong with me. I think I've probably got a bit of streptococcal gonorrhea in my bloody throat for all I bloody know. But it is what it is. Hull City 0, Chelsea 4. Apologies for the late upload, but I have been under the weather. And you could have probably have guessed so if you followed Kashi, our lovely Chelsea fan from Leeds, who does go to a lot of away games and obviously games at Stamford Bridge, even though he lives at Leeds. Fair play to him for coming up to all the home games. So yeah, he gave a nice little interview for me, and I gave I sort of interviewed him, and was coughing intermittently every single fucking time. I really am under the weather. But anywho, hopefully I get better. And just like Chelsea, they are also getting slightly better under Liam Rosenior, where of course he's got a lot of Hull connection, as does Liam Delap. Both the Liams have got connections up at Hull. Was obviously a little sentimental feeling for those two in particular, especially Mr. Rosenior. I told you I got gonorrhea on my throat, man. It was a bit peculiar having a little jostle with Hull City fans of what they were singing. They were singing, "We support our local team, we support our local team." I don't quite think Chelsea are in the category of what do you call it, glory hunting supporters per se. I maybe give it 20 years ago or 10 years ago under Roman Abramovich. All right, that's probably when people were probably more glory hunting to our side. I don't think we have that pull anymore, so I'm not quite sure why that chant was aimed at us. But yeah, drove it all the way to Hull for the FA Cup fourth round tie. And listen, if we didn't come away with a win, it would have been almost like having a girl that's rated 5 out of 10 rejecting you when you yourself didn't realise you were up for the firing line. Fuck it hell. That would have been rotten. That would have been absolutely disgusting. But thankfully, no such issues happened there, and we are safely through to the fifth round draw of the FA Cup, where you've got strong teams still left there. You've got Manchester City still there. You've got Arsenal still there. You've got Liverpool still there. You've got Newcastle United still there. Big names flying out were Aston Villa, but at least they got knocked out by a Premier League team, not because their goalkeeper decided to do something funky. And then Burnley getting knocked out by, was it Mansfield, the Staggers? They're the ones who did the damage, it seems, in the FA Cup fourth round of the story so far. But as for the game for Chelsea against Hull, like I said, it was a bit of a nice little reacquaintance for Liam Delap and Liam Rosenior. They were really praised by both the home and away supporters. I think Hull probably a little bit disappointed with them. They made 6 changes. Obviously, promotion to the Premier League is a lot more important than an FA Cup run. But at the end of the day, it's not like you're drawn away from home. I could understand it if you're playing at Stamford Bridge, but you're playing at your MKM Milton. No, I'm not going to say Milton Keynes Midland Stadium. I'm not going to disrespect Hull like that. They're no franchise football club. But no, you're at home. You know, you got the condition and elements in your favour. Just have a go at us. You know, there were a few hairy moments. You made 6 changes. Chelsea also made some changes. It was nice to see Reece James back, having Cole Palmer being rested, having Malang Sarr, after recalling him back on loan from Strasbourg into the lineup, and having Delap leading the line and Estavao on the pitch as well, and Pedro Neto, who I'm being told could be sold in that would be fucking outrageous if we sell fucking Pedro Neto. That's absolutely disgraceful. Apparently he's now changed his Instagram pic to just him in a Portuguese shirt. So I don't know. I mean, this is what Cassie was telling me. So he's probably he knows a little bit more of what's going on inside Chelsea more than what I do. Mainly because I can't be asked to look at what's happening in social media these days. But hey if you're selling Pedro Neto, I've got no idea what's going on. It's disgraceful. It's almost as bad as Liverpool selling Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich. But on to the game itself. Started off confidently enough. Caicedo spreads the ball out wide to the left to Garnacho, who shoots across the goalkeeper. Phillips makes a good save. When it comes out to Neto, he really should have scored, but Mr. Egam decides to put a lovely block onto it. And then Hull City had a few hairy moments here or there. First, Giles and Miller combine on the left. You have Reece James, who intercepts the little pass that I think Giles tried to give to Miller. He tries to separate the ball out of play. He got embarrassed there a little bit by Miller on the left byline. Ball gets cut back. Thankfully, Malang Sarr anticipates the danger and puts a decent enough block in. And then they also had a free kick where, you're going to have to pronounce my pronunciation for this one. Hadjia Mehmetovic, I've really butchered that name, passes it to Hirakawi. He gets fouled from the resultant free kick. It was a bit uncomfortable when that free kick was placed just outside the penalty box on the right-hand side. Luckily, it was straight at Sanchez. He parries it away, and it's saved, and it evades Kumas, who was trying to follow up. I thought it was a lot closer to him than I thought it would have been. But just before that free kick, we had a couple of chances that we really should have buried, really. Hato, he lofts a lovely ball over the top. It evades McCarthy's head. Esteval, lovely touch. He rounds the keeper. Phillips left in no man's land, and I'm expecting the net to ripple, but he blazes it into the whole City crowd. Someone's got a cerebral contusion after that shot. And then Phillips, he gets charged down. Lazy goalkeeping by Delap. It then hits the underside of the bar. He thinks it's gone beyond the line, but for some reason, I don't know why he didn't follow it up and put it into the net anyway. He's still complaining slightly about it. Then he's got Esteval ready for a sweaty and a tap-in. He doesn't. He gets challenged quite brilliantly by Phillips, who made a good recovery save after his initial gaff. What's he doing? What's he doing, Liam Delap? I've got no idea. I mean, it was difficult to see from that end of the north stand of Hull City's because it's so far away, the goal. You couldn't see it for shit. But I looked at it, I just went, why didn't you square it to Esteval, you clumsy donut? But anywho, he made up for it. He got a hat-trick of assists, and he started off with his hat-trick of assists with some nice interchange play between Santos to Neto. Lays it back to Caicedo, who gives a nice little neat pass to Delap, who passes it back to Neto, shimmies to the left, and Bile drives a long-range belter into the bottom right-hand corner, and Chelsea are 1-0 up. And that was half-time, really. To be honest, it was a game in which, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit tentative about, especially after Delap made that little muck up. But after we went 1-0 up, I was a lot more comfortable, I have to say. Halftime comes in, obviously I'm trying to now meet up with my pals. I don't understand Hull City here. You gave us the whole of the North Stand and then you separated us anyway. Like, the whole of that North Stand behind that goal, you gave it to Chelsea fans, so we thank you for that. But you closed off half of it. Like, I couldn't get to my mate who was on the other side, for fuck's sake. Anywho, that was half time. Sad I couldn't see my mates. Came back for the second half. Started off as we mean to go on. Some nice little play on the right. Neto to James to Caicedo. Lofts it to Neto. He passes it on to I don't know who he passed it. Was it to Hato? Yeah, he passes it on to Hato. Little quick give and go. Returns it back to Neto on the right. Puts in a lofted cross and Santos heads it, and there's a good save by Phillips. And from the resultant corner, which I regretted not taking a little video of it so I can capture a fine goal. Well, not really a fine goal, really. It was just bad goalkeeping. Anywho, got corner taken in from the right by Pedro Neto. I think Hato tries to flick it on at the near post. Maybe that's what deceives Phillips out. Goes through his legs. 2-0. I knew it didn't touch anyone. I knew it went straight in from the corner. Really, it was bad goalkeeping. But then, as a goalkeeper myself, I can understand why he got caught out for that. To me, 2-0. 2-0 turned into 3-0 when Fofana passes it to Neto on the right. He puts in a lofted ball over to Delap. He then does very, very, very well to get around Egan. Shrugs him off, tells him, fuck off, I've got this, I'm the big man on the job. He somehow manages to just squirm the ball through to Esteval, who steers it into an empty net, 3-0. That's his second assist for Liam Delap. And then we make it 4 shortly after that, when Santos, he passes it back to Fofana back to Santos, to Esteval, who then feeds in Neto. Neto, I thought was going to shoot from long range, but then he passes it to Delap in the box. Again, he holds the centre half of Hull very well, makes sure he doesn't get a foot onto the ball. He then gives it back to Neto, and he steers it into the bottom left-hand corner of the net, 4-0. We are banging. That's the dance that I did. I don't know what it is with Instagram, yeah, but what the fuck is this? This keeps coming up on my feed, this little dance move. That's why I did it. I don't know, it's just catchy. It's very, very, very catchy. I think every time Chelsea score, I'm going to do this move. I'm going to do it. I quite like it. I think it's quite cool. I don't know why that craze has kicked off and why it's come to me in particular. It's just all over my Instagram feed. Everyone's algorithm is fucked. I don't know why I've been given that feed. I've got the dance moves of someone who should not be dancing. I've got the flexibility of an arthritic wardrobe. I really should not be dancing at all. It's a classic case of leave the dancing before the dancing leaves you, and unfortunately the dancing has left me a long time ago. In fact, the last time I've done any sort of dancing was almost 10 years ago, back in 2017 for Team Sri Lanka in International Day, where I don't know why Captain Jenu, if he's ever there watching my videos, thought I was a suitable candidate to be a Tamil Tiger dancer, but rather than be a Tamil Tiger, I was more of a wardrobe tiger that needs to be put down with immediate effect. But you know what, Jenny, thank you for having me for Team Sri Lanka, but I don't know why. I'm gonna start doing this dance move every time Chelsea score. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna remember it, and every time Chelsea score and I'm in a game, I'm gonna start doing a little bit of a boogie. Why not get my little joints loose? Maybe in that way I can get rid of this gonorrhea in my fucking throat. 4-0 is finished. Like I said, there's still strong teams left in the FA Cup competition. We're through to the 5th round. Now that I've danced my way into some boogie and groove, we're going to dance our way and play Manchester City at the Etihad for my punishment. Hopefully we don't. But let's see. I forgot to mention, Hull City hit the post right at the end when a ball over the top fell over to, what's his face? Kumas. It fell over to Kumas. He tried to toe poke it in. I think it was a good save from Sanchez. I think Sanchez had a good game. It was a good save onto the post. And that was it, really. But like I said, blabbering on now. It was a comfortable 4-0 win. Let's see, we get into the 5th round. Good luck to Hull City. I hope you guys make it to the Premier League. What I will say, though, is I agree with your two fans about Garnacho. Again, he was wank. Whoever sanctioned that move needs to be in prison. They need to be in prison. I'm sorry, Garnacho should never be on a football pitch for any club, not even in the Championship. He's probably more League One worthy. Couldn't do the simple things. The only thing he did right was that shot in the first half that Phillips saved. Apart from that, he was fucking useless. So criticisms of Garnacho's performance, both by the home and away team, are very much worthy there. Anyways, I will try upload whatever shorts that I recorded on Insta onto YouTube. Goodbye, good night, and see you for the Burnley game.